Dominic Camacho. Your client needs to come up and counsel you on that side. I cannot believe I was locked out of Odyssey again. All right. So on this case, where are we on discovery?
So there is a discovery issue, Judge. I can't get a couple of videos to work. I've spoken with the state and.
What videos?
Well, I don't know what they are. They look like in-car camera videos and one, body cam. But I've spoken with the state about it and they emailed the specific videos, that don't work.
All right, have you talked to her about the specific videos that don't work?
Number 2, 3, and 4, Judge.
All right. So what are we doing to make sure he gets his videos?
Double check today and make sure he's gonna email me the specific ones as well. I'm just gonna double check and make sure, see what's going on with that. And if they are not, working, we'll re-upload and we'll try to figure that out.
Okay. So Norma, have this come back on November 19th. Will you have it by then?
I believe so.
All right, so November 19th.
Judge, I will be out.
Where will you be?
I think that's the week before Thanksgiving, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna be out that entire week.
The entire week before Thanksgiving?
Well, Thanksgiving's on.
The 28th?
Thanksgiving's on the 22nd or the 29th?
No, the 28th.
28th? Okay, never mind. Sorry.
All
That's
right.
fine.
All right, so we're going to be back on for discovery on November 19th. And why were you late?
The people in the front. I got here a little early, but I didn't know there was gonna be that many people at the front door. I'm sorry.
All right, no problem. So you need to make sure you're on time, okay?
Yes.
Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you have the reset form signed, you can be excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You have a good day.
You too. All right, Laura Martinez. Who's here on Laura Martinez? Good morning. Hello, Miss Martinez. How are you doing today?
Fine.
All right. Thank you so much for dressing appropriately for court. That's your
Yeah.
color. All
That's
right.
what your hair, yes, Judge.
Yeah.
We're here on the status update for her participation in the Family Mental Health Program.
Yes.
379, Judge.
Mhm.
I checked in with Crystal Counseling, who is giving her case management services. They reported that she's doing well, taking medications as required and checking in with their office for case management purposes as well, Judge. Also, the pretrial officer with the program did respond to our status update, and she stated that she has been checking in, calling the UA call line, and has not tested positive for any illicit substances, Judge. So all in all, I think she's doing well, off to a great start. I think
That's
she's doing well.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anything you need from me?
No,
Any concerns?
no.
Okay. If there's something that comes up, be sure to let me know.
Thanks.
All right, counsel, did you want to bring this back for another check-in?
If the court prefers, we can surely do that, Your Honor. What do you think? Maybe like something into the new year, just to allow her to make her appointments and check in with the other courts?
Yes.
That'd be fine, Judge. We have no issue.
All right, do you want to do it? We can do it in January?
Sure.
All right. So they tell me, all the holidays are coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas. If you have issues, there are people who are available 24/7 to address them, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll be here. Of course, I probably will not be here for the Christmas holidays, but the staff always knows how to get in touch with me. The clerks, they have to be here because I don't hire them. So the government is making them stay, but they know how to reach me. And then your attorney knows how to reach me, okay?
Okay.
So what we'll do, let me move this calendar over. When in January do you want to come back, counsel?
I was thinking maybe mid-January, Your Honor.
All right, you want to do maybe January? I know it's not mid-January. Well, it is. You want to do January 18th?
Yes, Your Honor, that'd be perfect.
All right. All right, and if you need anything, do not hesitate to ask.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna be 2025.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Wow, it is.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so Norma, we're gonna bring her back on January 18th. All right, thank you. Have a
Okay.
great day.
Okay, you too.
I'll give you, go ahead and take a seat. I'll give you-
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, this will be the last check-in. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is on track with her. So the January date will be the last check-in and then she will be there.
Okay, very well, Judge. I'm making note of that.
All right, thank you. Hello,
So good to see you.
you too. I see probation is stealing people from the clerk's office, taking people from the 187th.
How have you been, Judge?
Oh, great. How you been doing?
Doing good, thank you.
Well, welcome to the 187th.
Yes. thank
You know
Judge.
where everything is. You know where the refrigerator is.
Hi.
Hi, how's it
Hi,
going?
I'm good. My name's Julia Rodriguez.
Right, well, welcome.
Thanks.
And she'll tell you where the refrigerator and microwave is.
Okay, thanks.
She came from a marketing background, Judge, so she's completely new to all this, but she's excited and ready to start learning.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
Well, you know, of course, you guys can stop by at any time.
Of course,
you.
Judge,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
And you know, everybody who comes to the 187, let me see here. Here, welcome to the 187.
Oh, thank
you so much, Judge.
you.
That's so sweet of you. Well, good to see you again, Judge.
All right, you too. You
Thank
guys have a
Thank
great
you.
one. All right,
Thank
you
you.
too. Bye-bye. Jason? I think we should acknowledge Bashan's, you know, the Steelers' victory, because she feels as though, you know, people are not acknowledging that enough.
What victory?
The Steelers, so. Jason, this is how you do it.
It's a golf clap.
Yeah, I'm not, Bashan, I'm not even gonna give you this. I'm just gonna give you this. Where we're gonna pretend it's all a dream and the Saints are still 2-0. Okay, I didn't need that much laughter from you, sir. Yeah. Oh, gosh, yeah. Well, we're not doing as bad as Oklahoma. I'm saying this so when your dad comes in, you know, I will be suitably, you know, sympathetic and empathetic. Jason's still on his high from
Oh, I'll be on
UT.
that. Good. I'll
Huh?
be on that till next year. Till we play.
Yeah, till we play again. Maybe we'll get a run defense by then.
And actually, tell you about it, about next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what about next year at that route.
We don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna make it a night game. Yes. Yes.
I'm here in regards to the Scram device that we had placed on Miss Saldana. I noticed that that the state had recommended it not be removed until after the community service and DWI intervention.
And after your what?
I'm sorry, after the community service and DWI intervention was completed. The defendant has contacted me and I guess she was not aware that the Scram was going to persist until further notice. And in her mind, it was supposed to be, I think, for a period of 60 days, because I believe that was what was discussed with her. However, one of the main issues is that because of the requirement for her to go into manual downloads on her Scram device, she has no longer kept her employment, and she does not have the money to pay for DWI intervention at this time because she's paying.
So here's the thing. She's been on probation since 2020,
Yes, sir.
and she was supposed to be on there for 5 years.
Yes, sir.
And
Well, that's the problem.
she should have already started DWI intervention.
I agree.
And the reason why her Scram has been continued until further notice is because she had a violation, which was 3 tampers on the device.
Right, but this was the tampering. I don't know if the court recalls that Mr. Escobar and myself were up here trying to explain. We had multiple conversations with different the Scram company and then the company that they get their information from, as far as being able to confirm that what the client's version of events were in fact accurate, and they were unable to discredit. So there wasn't an actual confirmation that it was tampering or not, though that's what we pled to and explained it in front of the court. I was wondering if the court would reconsider the denial of the removal of the Scram device, or if the court would like to hear from Ms. Saldana, I can get in touch with her and coordinate with Norma.
Excuse me, just a moment.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, lady with the eyeglasses and tattoos on your chest, who are you waving at? Ah, okay. All right, thank you. So she will need to be present in court, and then I'll hear your argument as to why the Scram should be removed, but I ordered Scram until further notice because there was a tamper.
I understand, Your Honor.
Bless you.
And for what it's worth, I mean, there hasn't been anything like that since. There have been, this was the case where they had to replace the device multiple times. She had sent in and notified the company multiple times about issues with it. It got to the point where they couldn't ratchet it any tighter because they were in fear they were going to cut off circulation. So I will, with that, with the instruction from the court, I will contact my client and coordinate with Norman and get a date. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Does the court require a motion or anything?
Oh,
Is it- I can
well,
file a
here's the
motion?
thing. They want everything in Odyssey, so it would probably be best to file a motion, but bring a copy with you because the way the system works, I won't receive your motion.
I completely understand that. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bashan. Bashan, I like your ghost earrings. Oh. Bashan, did you realize there's a National Oatmeal Day?
There's a national day for everything.
There is. Okay, is there a National Probation Day?
There's a week, have a week.
All they're giving you is a week.
International CLO.
National CLO.
There we go.
I'll be your hacker.
All right, who's here on Mark Almost? Mr. Almost, if you'll come down. And Mr. Seelaw,
Yes.
they're gonna move you down to that end. Because we're gonna go on the record. Thank you. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 8502, State of Texas versus Mark Anthony Almost. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Sadelman.
Eddie
Defense?
Garcia for Mr. Olmos.
And are you Mr. Almost?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
You entered a plea of guilty to driving while intoxicated third or more on October 8, 2024. The court ordered a TAP evaluation and a referral to felony drug court. Both parties agreed, at least the defense agreed to waive the PSI. Is that correct, counsel?
It is, Judge.
Okay. So the court has received the TAP evaluation. Defense, have you had a chance to review the TAP evaluation?
I have.
State, have you had a chance to review the TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection to the TAP evaluation from either party?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Nor from the defense.
All right, then the court will hear argument as it relates to treatment.
Judge, it appears from what I read in the report and Mr. Olmos's honesty, that he has acknowledged pretty much a lifetime of alcohol abuse, consumption. It's caused him a lot of legal and financial problems in the past. He is interested in getting his life together. He is interested in seeking treatment for this addiction that he has, this illness that he has. I would have, I spoke with him about it. He read the TAP evaluation himself. Understands that you seem to be looking out for him by having ordered on the TAP evaluation and on a possible referral to the felony drug court. So he's asking the court to do what you think is in his best interest to help him succeed on this probation should you go along with the agreement to place him on probation.
All right, probation,
Yes, sir.
do we have an update on whether or not felony drug court accepted him or did they not accept him?
Detective asks, I am waiting for, typing now. I'm sorry, could you please repeat that?
She is typing now. She's waiting on a response from felony drug court. And counsel, if you could, do a trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal. I know we did one at the last setting, but I'm only sentencing him today, so I just want to make sure has today's date on it. And Mr. Almus,
Yes.
I'm going to recommend some type of treatment for you. If felony drug court is not accepting you, then I'm going to see if maybe lifetime recovery residential will accept you. I like lifetime recovery because they transition you to help you with housing and other things as well. And I'm sorry, did you all announce on the record?
We did.
Yes, okay. I was trying to multitask, which I didn't have my oatmeal this morning, so multitasking is not great right now.
I did, that's why I'm on top of my,
You know, I love oatmeal.
so do I have it every morning.
For some reason, my alarm didn't go off, but the light came through the drapes, so I was able to wake up a little.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, so my understanding is that felony drug court will accept you. The reason why they didn't accept you is because you have a pending case, because you have not been granted probation, which is for this case. All right, does anyone wish to speak to the length of probation? It's outside the agreement. The state is requesting 10 years.
Well, Judge, I will leave it up to the court's discretion, Your Honor. I mean, I bet 10 years is an awful long time. But I understand that he has had other DWIs in the past. I'll leave it up to the court to decide what you think would be the appropriate term of supervision.
All right, state, knowing that he's going to be in felony drug court, are you still requesting that he be on probation for 10 years?
Give me a moment to check his criminal history, Your Honor.
Do you have any children, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
29, 27, and the youngest one just turned 24.
All right, do you have any grandchildren?
No.
Okay. When's the last time you had employment?
Well, when I put myself in the situation that I'm under with the DWI, and they knew about it, so about over.
And what do you do for employment?
I was working as a apprentice for agency of family services, but I injured my hand and my wrist, so I was not employed. But that's what I was doing.
Okay, what does that mean?
Apprentice.
No, I mean, you're an apprentice, but apprentice for what?
Historical remodeling homes, windows. Yes.
Okay.
King Williams.
All right, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs include alcohol testing, DWI intervention course, victim impact panel live, 2-year license suspension. Oh, and state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
DWI education course. Take in consideration 2024 PF 15123. Restitution, if any, to the following: Ebony, EBONY, Thorpe, THORPE, Rodrigo, Alanis, ALANIS, Marino, Celso, CELSO. I think this last name is spelled incorrectly. Let me see. Mr. Edelman? Part of your plea bargain agreement is restitution to Celso Guerrero. Is it spelled correctly? Guerrero?
Believe so, Your Honor.
All right. So it's, thank you. You may be
Or
excused.
at least that's how I recall it being spelled in the crash report that I read.
All
Now,
right.
whether that means that it's spelled correctly or not, I don't know.
All right. Thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So it's Celso, Celso, Guerrero, Guerrero. Counsel, if there's an issue with the restitution amount, we can always have a restitution hearing.
Thank you.
Do you have a vehicle?
No, ma'am.
All right, so there's gonna be ignition interlock or either some type of mobile device until further notice. 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits, one time per month for 4 months. 200 hours of community service restitution. There's to be a referral to felony drug court in custody. If not accepted, then it's inpatient treatment with lifetime recovery. And if not accepted with lifetime recovery, then he'll be brought back and we'll figure out something else. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Just any helpful,
The courses for probation.
Like,
You're gonna get that help. for
yes.
probation.
Yes, probation will go over the conditions with you. All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. Of course, call your attorney. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, so this is what's going to end up happening. You're going to remain at the jail. Felony drug court is going to come out and do another interview with you. It seems that if they have room, they will accept you. If for some reason they don't have room or they don't accept you, then you're going to remain in custody and then you're going to be going to lifetime recovery inpatient treatment. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I know that people sometimes they don't like doing the sober support meetings, but once they start and they talk to people and discuss their issues, they end up liking it. And then the next thing I know, they're leading meetings. So make sure you go to those meetings. Don't do any of this backsliding because it's easy to miss a meeting and say, you know what? I'm just going to double up on it the next day. Then before you look up, you have just fallen off the path. So you need to stay on the path to be clean and sober.
What do you?
And you shouldn't drive probably at all. You understand?
Correct.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Would you give him a little bit of time, once he's released from wherever he goes, to have the portable device?
Well, once he's
installed?
released, just let the court know.
Yeah, 'cause
This
he's
is what
gonna
I'm
have-
anticipating, because you know me, I don't like to build bridges until we need to cross somewhere. I'm hopeful that felony drug court will accept him. If you're accepted in felony drug court, what will end up happening, and they have my permission to do this, the conditions I've set for you, they may change those because they'll get a chance to know you better than I do as far as what your treatment needs are. So they'll help him with that if he's accepted there.
We're just concerned about the financial burden on him because he's been unemployed and no telling when he'll get a job to pay for that.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so
If
much.
that happens, just let the court know.
Okay, Judge.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good
Yes.
morning.
State on Almos, have you already given me the case to be taken in consideration?
Not recalling. Your Honor.
All right, so they probably need that. Emily Flores. Who's the attorney on Emily Flores? All right, Miss Flores, come down. Hello. So on this case, where are we on discovery?
We are, we're fine on discovery, Judge, but we're going to be submitting a PTD application that the state is hopeful will be approved.
All right, I need a date for PTD, please. Thank you, State. All right, we're coming back on December 9th. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Are you already on Ruben Gonzalez?
Yes, Judge.
Hello, Mr. Gonzalez.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so where are we on this case?
Yes, Judge, we do have a pretrial diversion application, which we're gonna tender to the fourth floor window. We're requesting a status of PTD setting, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, put that on December 9th as well, please. All right, once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. You too. Abel Junior Martinez III. All right, come forward. All right, we are here on a violation report.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, why are you missing your appointments?
So I report every month by phone
Mhm.
and October was no different. I reported by phone. I actually have it right here on the phone.
Mhm.
The only thing that was different is on the 9th, my phone broke
Okay,
and I didn't get another phone till the 15th or the 16th, which is this one right here.
okay. Have you been in contact with pretrial services since then?
Yes, I even called him today to let him know I was coming over here.
Okay,
Just, he'll call me like if I have a court date, or he'll call me sometimes to tell me, you don't have to leave 2 messages, but I would leave 2 messages because I already knew this phone was messing up on me.
Mhm.
It would like cut off in the middle of the call and I didn't know if the number would get through, so November 2nd, I ended up calling him from this phone and then from my mother's phone. And he told me I had to come to court, October 10th, and I came over here on court October 10th, and I called my lawyer and he told me, no, you don't have a court date. And then the probation lady gave me a thing for telling me I haven't been indicted yet. So I mean,
Okay.
there's I guess somewhere or another, I mean.
All right, so here's the thing. You got to make sure that you stay in touch with them, because what ends up happening is I receive violations reports. So this is a violation report I received. Usually before I rule on any of that, I always try to get the defendant in the courtroom so that I can see what's going on and see if we can work on that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And defense, have you had any discovery given to you on this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so is this something that is going to, you're waiting for the indictment or what's going on?
Wait for indictment for now.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Maybe excuse.
Yes,
Thank you.
what will end up happening is you will receive notice through the mail of when your next court date will be. So make sure that you have the correct address on file. All right, Ms. Ferguson, this is a night mag case, so they're waiting for indictment, so we don't need any more settings until it's actually indicted. All right, thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You're
God bless.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, who's here on Elizabeth Gaskin? Hello. Are y'all ready to proceed on the motion?
We are.
All right, could I have someone from the state? It's Criminal Trial Division.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is calling 2021 CR 4146, State of Texas versus Elizabeth Ann Gaskin. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Antonio Arriola for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Trey Maurer for Ms. Gaskin.
And are you Elizabeth Ann Gaskin?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Elizabeth Ann Gaskin who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 4146 for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on March 1st, 2022 for a period of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
This is in the first motion to enter adjudication of guilt. Violation of condition number 4, Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Elizabeth Ann Gaskin, who then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of May, June, July, August, and September 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Did away with the other allegations.
Any objection to the state's waivers?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There's not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
We're asking the court to grant the motion to adjudicate Ms. Gaskin and to sentence her to 180 days in a state jail facility.
All right, and defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we are asking for Ms. Gaskin to be given an opportunity for her probation to be transferred to Dallas. That's where she lives. Part of her problem with their failure to report was that she lived in Dallas. I know the court can see that there was a previous MTR. When she had come down here, she had kind of messed up her living situation in Dallas. She lost her phone, so she wasn't able to continue reporting. She understands, that it was on her. She could have gotten a phone and found a way to access these people and, make the calls that she needed to make. But she, like I said, her living in Dallas, she believes that being able to complete this probation there would give her an opportunity to get the help that she needs and to complete everything.
All right, is there anything you wish to say? Is there anything you wish to say?
Oh, sorry.
You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Elizabeth Ann Gaskin.
What do you wish to say?
I would like to say that what he's saying is true and that if we could somehow work a way for me to do my probation in Dallas, even if I have to do a Zoom video with the probation office here for it to be transferred to Dallas first, then that's fine. I'm willing to do that. I do have a phone now and I am able to do Zoom visits for it to be transferred to Dallas, and then it'll be way easier for me to report and not violate. Because I'm not trying to run. I do want to do right with my probation, and I just wish that you would give me one more chance.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever reported?
No, ma'am.
So you have been on probation since 2022 and you never reported. So are you telling the court it's taking you 2 years to get a phone? Because we're in 2024.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm aware of that, but
No. My question is, has it taken you 2 years to get a phone?
no, ma'am, but it's on. I've had a phone, but it's been on and off because it's been broken and it's been stolen from me several times. But I do have a phone now in my property and I'm willing.
So you were here in Bexar County on a motion to revoke for the same violation that you're here now. And it was a violation of condition number 4. I denied the motion. Alternate maturing conditions to include the UA hotline until further notice and weekly reporting until further notice. So that was in November 2022. And when I gave you those rules, you still didn't report. So let me ask you this. How did you get from Bexar County to Dallas? Did you immediately, after I told you to report on November 28, 2022, when you were released, did you immediately go to Dallas?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you get to Dallas?
I had to borrow money from my dad to get a Greyhound bus to get back. to
Okay, so
Dallas.
you can borrow money from your father to get a Greyhound bus, but you can't use his phone to check in with probation?
I have no family in Dallas.
No, no, no. I didn't give you permission to go to Dallas. So my question to you is, you can borrow money from your father to get on the Greyhound bus to go to Dallas, but you can't use his phone to call probation and say, hey, I would like to go to Dallas. How old are you?
30.
So what have you done that would warrant you remaining on probation? Have you done anything?
No, ma'am.
So, I mean, there's no reason for me to continue on probation, and I'm not going to continue you on probation. All right, the court is going to find you guilty. Court is going to revoke. The state is asking for, how much time are you asking for?
180 days.
Why should I give you 180 days? 180 days is the minimum. You have done nothing. The only thing you did was take someone's vehicle without their permission and go on a joyride on it, and you haven't done anything. And it's not like you're 18. So why should I give you the minimum for a case where you did absolutely nothing? That's my question for you.
I don't have an answer, ma'am.
All right. So the court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact. Probation. In regards to this case, was there ever any restitution that was ordered?
Judge, I don't see any restitution.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
You do have a legal right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a felony conviction. Because it's a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you, counsel. Yes. You're welcome. Baldemoro Choppa. Hello. All right, counsel, where are we on discovery?
I do not have it yet. And I looked it up and I showed the state what was going on. For some reason, when I log in and search for him in the e-discovery system, it pops up a different judicial number.
Okay.
So we'll get that worked out. And Miss Ashley offered that we're gonna do it the old school way. I'm gonna bring a thumb drive and they're gonna put everything on together.
Okay. And then are there any CPS records in this case?
There are some CPS records in this case. We have discussed them and I'm going to drop a subpoena myself as well.
As well as the state, Your Honor, we just as well as some other records that are needed.
All right, Norma, on this case, recall it for December 10th for discovery. All right, we'll see you back on December 10th for discovery.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Yes. Okay, somebody called my name. They were like, Judge. Who's that? All right, just give me one moment. All right, Yvette Martinez.
Scott Sullivan from Ms. Martinez, present and ready, Your Honor. On a motion.
All right, what's the motion?
Your Honor, in speaking with my client today and yesterday as I was preparing.
All right, she needs to come up. Why is she not a part of
On her
this?
way.
All right, hi. So today is contested hearing. Where are we?
Judge, it's my fault. I've been trying to get ready yesterday and today. In doing so, this case has there's quite a bit of a history in the past 2 or 3 months. I would request one more week reset. I believe I'll be ready to go on the motion.
All right, so I'm gonna have you all come back at 1:30 because we've been trying to have a contested hearing on this case since August 19th. So 1:30, we're having this contested hearing.
We'll be here.
Yes.
The NTR from August, that was resolved. This is a new NTR that was submitted in October.
All right, so come back at 1:30 for a contested hearing.
Judge, I would request again, and when we come back 1:30, I'd like perhaps I might want to put on some evidence of what's happened. And it mainly involves me, not my client.
Okay, sure.
My trying to understand the file and the things I need to look at.
Okay. All right.
Judge, I'm not trying to be stubborn. I'm trying.
No. Here's the thing. I hear everybody's arguments and I make a ruling. So this contested hearing is taking place at 1:30. Probation is saying August 19th was resolved. So this was set first on October 3rd. So now we're at the end of the month for a contested hearing. Are witnesses here, counsel? State.
Witness is here, Your Honor.
All right, so
The
there's a-
supervision officer who actually supervises Ms. Martinez is out on medical leave following surgery.
Mhm.
And we would prefer his presence if possible.
All right, see y'all back at 1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Albert Delgado. Who's the attorney for Albert Delgado?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 4700 State versus Albert Delgado. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Defense?
Kyle Simpson.
And are you Mr. Delgado?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes,
Are you a U.S. citizen?
yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $600 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution, if any, to Andre Wilson. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service restitution, and no contact with Andre Wilson. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We'd ask that you follow the agreement.
All right. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I work in a mattress store. I stock mattresses. Deliver them.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
21 and 20.
Do you have any grandchildren?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
5, 4, 3, and 2.
Okay. And who is Cecilia Mann?
That's my, that's it.
All right, why are you driving around in vehicles that don't belong to you?
Purchased a vehicle and it was stolen.
Can't quite hear you, sir.
I purchased a vehicle and it was stolen, came back stolen.
Mhm. This is not the first time that you have an unauthorized use of a vehicle. And what's up with these tattoos?
Cause I don't, for years. Probably like what, almost 15 years.
All right. I don't know why you're whispering. You need to put some bass in your voice. I
Sorry
know you
about
have
that.
bass in your voice.
I'm sorry.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's a $600 fine that will be probated, 4 years deferred adjudication, restitution, if any, and no contact with Andrew Wilson. There's going to be a gang evaluation. What are they going to discover when they do the gang evaluation?
I'm not active. I've already been on there.
Okay. All right. He say he's not active, but do the gang evaluation, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. When you're tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive.
For what?
Methamphetamine.
Okay. Going to do a TAP evaluation out of custody. How often are you using?
Last time I used was 2 days ago.
All right, but how often do you use?
That's like twice a week, I guess.
All right. So he's saying he's using twice a week. Meth. And your fiance who's with you, does she use as well? All
Oh,
right,
man.
people always say that, but here's the thing.
She's been.
If I am a marathon runner, 9 times out of 10, the person who's with me, they're gonna be a marathon runner too. Or either they're gonna be into health things. Because what I discover is if you start out in a relationship where you're not using and you stay, usually you use. What I can tell you is the fact that she is in recovery and you're not in recovery, that is not a good thing for her recovery. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you all live together?
No, ma'am.
So who are you living with?
I think I'm my mother's.
All right. And does your fiance have any criminal history? That you know of?
Not that I know.
All right. Miss Abrams, Cecilia DeLeon Mann, MANN. She needs to be run for criminal history. If she has criminal history, you're not allowed to have contact with her while you're on probation because those are the rules. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So for now, I'm going to do a no contact order with Cecilia DeLeon Mann and counsel. If it comes back that she doesn't have any criminal history, I'll reconsider that. But while he's on probation, one of the rules of probation, and this is the government, you're not allowed to have contact with persons who are on parole, who are on probation, or who have criminal history. You're just not allowed to. There's going to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Proof of employment. Within 30 days, there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There should be 120 hours of community service restitution. I'll order parenting classes. Once he completes parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. And probation with regards to the TAP evaluation, follow all recommendations of TAP. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes,
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Drug use. It's not a good thing. I don't know anybody who say, hey, I want to use meth every 2 weeks or every day or whatever amount you're using, because it costs money. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your brain cells. It's not healthy for your body or your organs, right? You're going to have to make sure that you internalize, get in a treatment program so that you can kick this habit and maintain your sobriety. Because if you don't, 1 or 2 things are going to end up happening. You're going to end up getting revoked on this probation potentially, and you're looking at 2 years in the state jail facility, or either your mom or somebody is going to have to identify your body. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In this court, communication is key. If you need anything, let your probation officer know. If you feel that they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court and address it with me, okay? You got a back problem?
Yeah, I have a sciatic nerve.
All right, so here's the thing. Don't use drugs as an excuse.
No, no, I
Okay.
understand it.
All right, good luck to you, okay? Thank you, counsel.
Thanks.